心臓は右にあるのか。おい貴様、何をやっている。
What a tragic end for a short love story. The devs really had to do it, huh? They had to spoil all the fun, then they had the decency to reply to the player base and say that it was our fault for assuming that they are sticking to the CN version, which is the better version, by the way. They're basically telling us that they are diverging from a better version into God knows what. Honestly, I'm disgusted by how shady and unprofessional they handled the whole situation. If you bring a monkey from a zoo, tell him how to fix this, he'll tell you give everyone free bananas. Of course, no offense to our ancestors being compared to the My Hero Academia, the strongest clown dev teams, but obviously, if you haven't already seen it, this is what they say. Dear Asians, we would like to begin this letter with an appreciation for the love and support you showed My Hero Academia. So they started off like really sucking off. The strongest hero, it took a few days to organize all feedbacks regarding our newly released character, which is something that you should have done from the start. This is something that you should have been releasing before releasing the character as a patch notes. That's what everybody knows. You need patch notes in order to keep everybody in check, and nobody would have been angry. Endeavor and eternally discuss the issue at hand. For that, we appreciate your patience. We read all your comments and acknowledged that the Endeavor release was not as expected. However, we had never intended for the player to think that he would be the same as the previous version of the game released in other regions. Like, you literally nerfed the character to the ground. You made him an A character, basically. If we had an A character, that's what he would have been. Like, a lot of people spend their money and everything on a character that is closer to Ida than actually All Might. Like, compared to All Might, like, Endeavor is so underwhelming. Like, I played with him, and he's constantly killing himself in super co-op battles. And also, if you place him on auto, the guy goes crazy and dies on his own. And I don't know. I'm keeping myself in check because I'm really irritated at this point. Based on the data and feedback gathered from the previous version, we have had the chance to make adjustments in the global versions for more balanced gameplay environment. Like I mentioned earlier, the CN version or the Taiwanese version is the better version. I don't know what they're doing and how they're actually gathering data from other versions. The global version just literally just came out, and they already ruined half of what the Taiwanese version made in 6 months. And the Endeavor changes, we were one of many that were made in the game. We sincerely apologize that it was not made clear beforehand. Exclusive events and heroes will be held in the future for the global version as we continue to diverge from the previous version of the game. They're literally splitting from the better half right here. I don't know what they're doing or what they're trying to accomplish. Like, honestly, what they would have done, if you want to diverge completely from the game, just make your own thing. If you want to remove like a character or adjust a character or balance, just scrape his old kit and make your own from scratch. Don't translate everything and then come to one thing and just remove it just because it gives an advantage to a PvE free-to-play player, because if they happen to get the character without the card, then the character is really good for a lot of people, and then it doesn't suit you well because they're not going to be spending enough money in order to make you happy. However, with that being said, we also want the player to know that they are being heard. As the game is large and many parties are involved with its development, responses are not always quick. Not to mention, this time, when there is a major complaint with the player feedback, we are currently evaluating potential adjustment to Endeavor. So now they're rethinking what they're going to be doing. Like, when people started to complain a lot and actually just overflooding their Twitter account, now they're making adjustments, which is something that they should have done from the start. Like, when people started hurting where it pushing where it hurts, they're like, oh, okay, so maybe it's time to just start rethinking what we just done, because a lot of people are just asking for refunds, and people are just rating the game. Now it's sitting at 2.9, I believe, from the initial 4.1 or something, and I don't know who in the right state of mind would say this game is working on fixes, because obviously there's just like a huge red flag is just like waving right in our faces, and we're just like ignoring it because we just like love the franchise, right? We love like the My Hero Academia, the franchise, and our love for the game is just the franchise, sorry, is just like blinding us. We hope to continue to balance and change our many characters for the best possible gaming experience for you all. Like honestly, just like give up on this version, and if you want to play the better version, just go into the Chinese version of or the Taiwanese version, which is like something that I'm considering doing right now, and I'm probably going to be doing that in the future. Like honestly, because this game or these devs are they're not like trustworthy. We also would like to apologize for the confusion that the incorrect text mentioning HP restoration on Endeavor support card, which has been corrected already. Like if this happened to any gacha game, like this shady practice happened in any other gacha game, like when I played 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, when there were like something with what is it called, Chandler, like they had like something with his I don't know, like he wasn't like doing the right damage or something, so they had to nerf him down and make some changes. They literally sent 300 gems for everybody, which like that one is like the equivalent of 10 multis like on the game, which is like a huge win for a lot of people already, which is like very, very crazy. I don't know what these kind of like devs are thinking. They just like send 200 hero coins and expect everything to get better. They're literally like spitting in our faces at this point. We specifically prepared compensation for players that pulled the Endeavor X card before the banner was corrected. So basically nobody's gonna get like the compensation, even if you summoned on the card. Like let's just say like you did 50, right, half a pity, and you didn't pull the card. You're basically not going to be getting the recompensation, and the recompensation is not even that huge. You're just like going to be getting 1 multi, which is a huge scam already. Lastly, during this period, some players abused the refund system and have forced our hand to make bans for their large numbers of malicious refunds. For the overwhelming majority of players, we thank you for your integrity and appreciate your patience while we prepared a response to your feedback. They talk about integrity while they literally waved a false advertisement in our faces and forced people to summon, and then they literally gave them not even 1/3 of or 1/4 of what they actually spent it to get the cards, which is which is like a huge scam. And like I don't know what to say. Like honestly, like I'm really waiting for my refunds, and I'm just like gonna give up on this game because it's so shady. It's so shady to the point that I feel like I'm doing a drug deal right now. Alright, we will give updates on Endeavor stats adjustments. Please pay close attention to our subsequent announcement. My Hero Academia, the strongest hero. So they're basically saying, screw you, My Hero Academia community. Everything that you just said, we're just gonna take it and wipe our asses with. I don't know what to say, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.